Babylon, 323 BCE, as Alexander the Great lies feverish on his deathbed, his thoughts race. Is this a natural fever, or have I been poisoned by those closest to me? The once mighty conqueror feels his strength slipping away, and he wonders if his ambition has finally led to his end. Surrounded by his generals, Alexander reflects on his journey from Macedonia to India, the lands he conquered, and the empire he built. Yet, in these final moments, it all feels fragile. He wonders if his destiny was doomed from the start. Years earlier, Alexander had dreamed of conquering the entire world, and his eyes were set on India. His arrival was marked by the Battle of the Hydaspes, a fierce clash against King Porus. Porus' elephants and battle tactics were unlike anything Alexander had faced before. Despite his victory, it came at a cost. Many of his soldiers were wounded, and their morale began to falter. When they reached the Bias River, Alexander, relentless as ever, urged his men forward. But their resistance was firm. Exhausted, they refused to march further. For the first time, Alexander's ambition was met with defiance. The Indian subcontinent would remain unconquered. The return journey from India marked the beginning of the end. Alexander's decision to march through the Gedrosian Desert, one of the harshest environments on Earth, was fatal. The unforgiving heat and lack of resources led to devastating losses. Thousands of soldiers perished. Alexander's army, once an unstoppable force, began to crumble. His men had followed him through countless battles, but the desert stripped away their loyalty. The crackling tension within his ranks, his adoption of Persian customs, alienating his Macedonian soldiers, and his authoritarian rule, began to tear apart the unity that had built his empire. The vision that once bound his empire together was now shattered by betrayal and exhaustion. Back in Babylon, the empire Alexander had worked so hard to build was already in decline. His generals, uncertain about their future under his rule, started whispering of rebellion. And as Alexander lay dying, his final words, "To the strongest," set the stage for the empire's collapse. Without a clear successor, his empire was divided among his generals, sparking civil wars. The dream of a unified world under one ruler crumbled. The mighty conqueror who had once commanded the known world was gone, leaving behind a fractured empire. Alexander's fall was as swift as his rise. His unrelenting ambition and hubris led him to achieve the impossible, but it also sowed the seeds of his downfall. In his final moments, he faced the truth. His dream of eternal conquest was shattered, and his empire was already slipping away. His death marked the end of an era, and his legacy, though monumental, became a cautionary tale of the limits of ambition. If you enjoyed this story and want to explore more fascinating tales from history, don't forget to like this video, share it with others, and hit the subscribe button. Join us as we uncover the greatest rises and falls of history. Your support inspires us to bring you more amazing content. See you in the next episode.